What's up guys, this is Nathan, ThatAlbumReviewerGuy, and I'm here to review the new highly suspect album, MCID. This is the third album from the Massachusetts rock band. Highly Suspect built a lot of momentum with their first two albums, which only came out about a year and a half apart from each other. Then they took a bit of a break from recording new music, and frontman Johnny Stevens went into other music ventures, such as becoming a DJ and giving himself the moniker Terrible Johnny, which is used on the track Tokyo Ghoul. Wait a minute. There we go. Anyway, Highly Suspect have been highly regarded as one of the top mainstream rock bands in recent memory that went against the grain. They have a dirtier, kind of blues rock type sound, but with some other elements thrown in here and there. Well, I should say that's what their first two albums were. MCID has some songs more reminiscent of that sound, like 16, Upperdrugs, and to an extent Canals, all of which are great tracks by the way.
I don't fucking care if you fucking care. No one's gonna live forever, so you better be prepared.
However, this album has a heavy leaning hip-hop influence with songs like the opening track Fly, the aforementioned Tokyo Ghoul that features Young Thug, and the Silk Road which features T Grizzly. The latter two tracks I mentioned I do enjoy. As for Fly, it has some solid lyrical content, but there's just a whole lot of nothing going on in that track, so it's a mixed bag altogether.
Dear Johnny, be honest. You can change if you want it.
I know I probably shouldn't say this kind of thing, but lately Johnny Stevens has been looking more and more like your stereotypical SoundCloud rapper. I'm not trying to knock the guy, but that's the very first thing I thought when I saw a new picture of the band on Spotify when 16 and Upperdrugs dropped a couple months ago. Anyway, I mentioned a couple of the guests on this record already, so I'll mention the others. Connor Mason from Nothing But Thieves is on Teddy Bear, which is a song that I feel like drags on for far too long, and there's nothing memorable about it. And Joe Duplantier of Gojira is featured on SOS, which is a pretty cool song actually. It starts out with some furious guitar and vocals from Joe, and the intro is very reminiscent of a Gojira song, but the rest of the track is nothing like that. It's completely different as it goes more into a blues rock type song, but it's an interesting change of pace, and it's a song that I can get behind.
When we die, it's happening. Only thing we'll leave behind.
There are a lot of interesting stylistic choices throughout the album. I mentioned the deal with SOS as well as the fact that there's a lot of hip-hop on the album, but there's also a bit of rock. They don't completely lose track of their roots. Does it all blend together though? No it does not. The flow of this album is rather inconsistent and just downright weird in some spots. There are a couple of interludes on the record that aren't bad, but they also don't add anything to it, and then the closing track, Nairobi, just really serves no purpose. I don't think the album needs to be as long as it is, and if some of these tracks were cut from the final product, that would have helped it quite a bit. One more thing I want to talk about is the lyrical content on this album. There are some blunt lyrics on this album. Johnny doesn't beat around the bush, he just says exactly what he means. However, that goes both ways. There are a lot of socio-politically charged lyrics on here, like on the Silk Road, and some personal ones like on 16, which shows that some of these songs are very well written, but others show rather questionable choices. Listen to this clip of These Days for a perfect example.
Sometimes I need to bust tonight. That doesn't mean I don't love you. So what? You're saying that you wish that I was playing with your butt.
MCID is such an odd release. It's definitely ambitious, and I feel like Highly Suspect knew what they wanted to do with this album, but they didn't do it properly. The genre blending that they tried to execute here was very hit or miss. When it works, it works. When it doesn't, it falls flat on its face, so to speak. There's good material on this disc, even tracks that I consider Song of the Year candidates, but as a whole, it's a bit of a mess.
It took me 16 years to find you. 1 second to love you. 7 years to hold you. 1 minute to lose you.
Overall, I give MCID a 6 out of 10. There are songs on here that I think are downright bad, but as an album, it's serviceable. I think it'll be a polarizing album for Highly Suspect fans, And as for newcomers, you may find something you like on here, but I would strongly recommend you check out their back catalog if this is your jumping on point. Thank you guys for watching the review. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and let me know what you think about this album. You can follow me on my social media links in the description, and check out some more videos in the gimmick on screen. I'll see you all next time.
No one's gonna live forever.